Hi, my magical creatures, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is definitely a crazy one. I feel like all my videos are like a crazy one. So, so yeah. Okay, so before we get started into this story time, don't forget to hit that big thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. It's a free way to help your girl out. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so this was back when I was working at Ratchet University. So I basically was working at a college, and I was basically like a receptionist in the lobby, and I basically helped students like enroll and stuff like that at the college. And so we ended up getting a new guidance counselor or whatever. So I'm gonna tell you guys like her nationality and everything because it ties into the story. So she was Filipino. Yeah, I think, yeah, she was. I was like, either she's Vietnamese or no, I think she's Filipino. She's Filipino, and she basically was a new guidance counselor there. So it's like, okay, like cool new staff, like, oh my God, like I have to get to know her, whatever. And so, yeah. So after that, she's there or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. So basically, at the college, we had a whole bunch of middle schoolers at my community college that I was working at. Yes, it was a community college. Oops, I told on myself I'm not editing this video, so yeah. Um, yeah, so basically we had these group of middle schoolers. It's like 30 of them. Yeah. So basically, a lot of so the little boys or whatever, they were probably like 12 years old, I think, like 11, 12 years old. So all I know is like I was helping like these students like enroll. Oh yeah, because I think there was like a summer program or something like that. I don't remember why they were there, but I think there was like a summer program or something like that to help them with like their education, to give them like some kind of like credits for like high school or college or something. I don't know. So I was basically helping these the students out. So this little boy, I can tell he's a troublemaker. So over here I had a full set of weave in my head, and I had my makeup done, and I was looking cute. So of course all like the girls, they were like really rude, and y'all are supposed to be like little girls. Like I thought y'all would be nice. So all of a sudden, the boy, he literally looked at me. He's like, "Damn," and I basically looked at him, and I was like, boy, I'm like 3 times your age. Like, are you serious? And so I was just like, whatever. And so basically, I just kept passing out the papers. I was just going around asking if they needed help with the computer thing. One girl was just ignoring me. I'm like, okay, whatever. So yeah, so after that, basically, at that time too, y'all, I used to wear like so much makeup. Like I had full on eyeshadow and highlighter on my face and the whole glam 9 yards. Cause that's like, yeah, like I think that was like, cause I didn't have any work done. So like I was very insecure. So I would wear so much makeup. And so some of the girls did like me. Like they were just like, oh my God, like we love your makeup, stuff like that. I was like, oh, thank you. And stuff like that. So yeah, so basically, what happened, so I just like was helping them. Then all of a sudden we go into the library, and I'm just like talking to I think, what was I doing in the library? I was just showing them around like how to use the library and stuff like that. And like the whole, like it was like 30 kids up in there, and it was just me and then the new guidance counselor. We're gonna call her Taylor. Her name was Taylor. And so basically Taylor is just like, I think like the students needed help or something, and then she was all like, oh, he can help you, like that, in front of the whole school, you guys. And I remember just like looking at her like, bitch, I know you did not just say that. And so basically I just started looking at everybody, and like, oh, they all put their heads down. They were like that, and like it was just so embarrassing. It was so awkward, and I was hella mad. So basically, yeah, Taylor, she ended up walking up out of the library because literally, like, she's already new, and like you really gonna sit here and misgender somebody? Like, yeah, that was like really bad. So she ends up like walking away. She ends up going to the I don't know where she went, But yeah, I wasn't done with her ass. I was about ready to talk to her. So, yeah. So basically, everyone's just hecka quiet. They're just like looking at me. And of course, these are like 12-year-old kids. So a lot of them are very still immature and stuff. And a lot of them, they don't understand, like, they're just very immature. You know how kids are. So luckily, no one didn't say anything. I felt like they were a lot more mature than Taylor, in my opinion. So the girls, I was just like, "What do you need help with?" I just act like it didn't bother me, like I didn't know what just happened or whatever. But in my mind, I deep down inside, I'm just like, "Dang." So after I helped them and everything, everything was good, but like it was really awkward for like the first 5-10 minutes of her leaving, and then I was stuck dealing with all these 30 kids by myself. Yes. So she basically so I was like, so after I took care of them and stuff like that, I go into the guidance counselor office and I'm like, "Where's Taylor at?" And she was like, "Oh, she's with this student." And I was like, "Okay." And this was like at the time too, y'all. Like it was like walk-in appointment, so you can just like walk in there, and then like if a guidance counselor was available, you just walk right up in there. So yeah, I was waiting for her, and I was like, "Yeah, no, I want to." So other guidance counselors were like, "Oh, do you need help?" I was like, "No, I'm looking for Taylor, and I'm waiting for Taylor." So basically, I set my ass down on the couch or on the chair or whatever. And so I'm like waiting for her. So basically, the student ends up leaving out. She sees me. She just shuts her door. Like, she did not want to see me, you guys. And I was not going to leave until I talked to her because that was really not cool what she did. And I didn't know if she did that out of discrimination or whatever. So basically, I had to go to so I think I was getting off of work at the college, and then I had to go to class. So I was just like, so I basically end up, I had to leave. So then the next day, I'm making another appointment. So I actually made an appointment. I was like, yeah, I need to make an appointment to see Taylor for my class schedule. And so everyone's just like, okay. So yeah, girl, you ain't about to get rid of me. I'm about to talk to you. And so basically, she ends up canceling on me. And so I was like, wow, like, how is this possible? So she ends up canceling on me, you guys. And then this was like the third time. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make an attempt to see her because I kept like when I would like work there at the desk, she'd be walking past my desk and stuff and not look at me and all this stuff. So as soon as she like walked up in there, I just followed her up in there and I was like, hey, I just want to let you know, I was like, can I talk to you for a second? And then she was like, oh, yes, Goddess Serenity, yes, like I've been, waiting to talk to you. Like, yes, how are you? And I was like, girl, cut the shit. Anyways, no, I didn't say that, but like I wanted to say that. And I literally was just like, cut the shit. So I basically talked to her and I was like, yeah, I just want to let you know, I think that was not cool that you misgendered me in front of the whole entire school, especially with the middle school kids that were here. I think that was very unprofessional. I just think that was not cool. And yeah, and she basically was like, "Oh my God, like I had no idea." First, she said, "I had no idea that you were trans or anything like that." And then she basically was like, "Oh, I speak another language. I speak Tagalog." So Tagalog, I think, is like Filipino. Like Filipinos speak that language. So she basically said like the she's and hers and he and him, like their pronouns are switched or something like that. So they from the English to Tagalog language, for some reason it messes up the language. They get confused by the she's and hers and hims and hers and like all that. So I basically was like, uh-huh. And yeah, so basically after that, and then like months later, you guys, months later, she was like, once she got comfortable with me, once she got settled in at that job and she got comfortable with me, she was gonna literally come up to me and was like, "Oh my God, like I already knew like you were like, yeah, when I first seen you, I was like, oh my God, she's trans." I was like, really? I was like, really? How did you know? And she's like, "Oh, well, I have friends that are like LGBT, and I've just always been around that culture and stuff. So, like, yeah, I already knew." I didn't even say anything, but in my mind, I literally was like, I remember the first day that we met, you were like, "I had no idea." And then now you're saying you knew this whole time. That's funny, Taylor. That's real funny. So, yeah, you guys. So, after working there, I think I was there for like 2 years working there. She basically was like, ever since then, like she would always like try to talk to me, like be like, "Oh my God, girl, like where do you get your nails done? Like I need to go get I need to get my nails done. I'm going to a wedding, like all this stuff. Or like, oh my god, girl, your makeup and hair looks so good. Like we should totally do like a spa day. And then also too, like my boss, she was another transphobic person. I don't care. I'm saying it. She really was. So yeah, she was like, oh my god, like we should all have a spa day. And I was like, you and my boss are like the two people I hate the most at this job. Like no. But of course I'm being fake as hell. I was like, yeah, like we should totally go. Like, yeah. Yeah, no. So yeah, basically, yeah, that spa day never did happen. And yeah, you guys, that was definitely crazy story time. Definitely being misgendered is not fun, and it's definitely, it takes a psychological toll on you, especially when you're trying to transition and accomplish like the goals that you have, and especially if you don't have any surgeries done. I mean, I'm just saying it's a lot. It's a lot. Um, so definitely this is my story time. These are one of many Ratchet University stories that I will be posting on my YouTube channel, because I know a lot of you guys commented on the like the I think the crackhead called me a tranny story time. Yeah, that happened at Ratchet University. So I know a lot of you guys wanted me to do like a playlist of like all the story times. So I will be coming out with a lot more story times of crazy things that's happened at Ratchet University. So yes, I got y'all. So yeah, don't forget to like this video, comment, like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Stay magical.